Greeting educators. So today we're going to go through an application called NearPod, which is a really excellent thing for interactive lessons. And I love using this for informal assessments. So this is the demo from the NearPod website. So the left side is showing what the teacher device is going to look like, and the right side is the student device. And one thing to note about this demo is that this is set to synchronous instruction. So every time I move my teacher device, the student device moves. But there are ways to just let students go through this asynchronously, which is a really nice feature. So students have a code and they'll log on. You can hide the student names to make this anonymous. And then students are going to type their answer, and then this also lets them hear the text, submit, and then once the student submits their answer, I can see what their answer was. I can add a grade, maybe say needs clarification, and then it'll pop right up on the student's device. There are so many different kinds of activities and questions that you can do with students. This labeling one is really, really cool. So students can draw on it in a variety of ways. They can change the colors, can highlight, erase, they can add text boxes and drag it. And so as students are entering their information, I can see what the student puts. Right now I have the student names blocked, but I can click on the student's drawing and see what they've put in. And then when you're actually in a live lesson, you can go on and enter things directly onto the student's device. So they always have the instructions there, and then you can submit. It's really great for informal assessments, and then at the end of each lesson it has a really detailed report on which student interacted with what particular lesson, which particular question, sorry. So just some more ideas of things to do, and then you can do homework. So NearPod is really, really cool. And you can make your lessons directly from NearPod, or you can insert a already made Google slide presentation, and then they also have some templates already created. So there's just lots and lots of really cool things you can do with this app. Something awesome for in the moment instructional feedback is if you're in the middle of a lesson and there's a question that you really want all students to answer, or at least to be thinking about, you can do an open-ended question. Say, how can you use NearPod? And then I'm going to enable student audio recordings, quick launch. And then students will enter their answer, and then I can actually see who is participating, and students have the option to speak into their microphone and instead of typing the answer. So it's a really cool accessibility feature. So overall, NearPod is very user-friendly, and there's so many different tutorials and resources on the website to allow educators to learn how to use this really useful tool.